Hi, it's Pastor Paul L. Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. It is Fantastic Friday. What an awesome day it is. We're right at that last Friday that we'll have in this month. I hope you're celebrating the goodness of the Lord and all the wonderful blessings that God has in store for you. Just wanted to take a moment of personal privilege. Happy wedding anniversary to my nephew, Ed, and his wife, Nina. God bless you. May the Lord continue to bless and keep you all. You know, these are moments and days and times in our lives that we need to always be mindful that God is doing a great work. You know, today I ask that you look with me at Titus, the 2nd chapter, verses 7 through 8. Yesterday we talked about Titus, the 1st chapter, verses 5 through 16. Today in our passage, we find out that it tells us that you yourself must be an example to them by doing good works of every kind. Oh man, what a powerful message. The message comes to Titus. Titus, you're expecting people to follow your leadership. You must lead by example. This becomes a very sobering word to Titus as well as to all of us. If we want to be who we're supposed to be, let's make sure that we show people the good works that God has equipped us to accomplish. You know, it doesn't mean we go about tooting our horn, but we must do the works of him who sent us while it is day. That means God wants us to do the work of ministry. He tells us throughout the biblical passage that God wants us to feed those that are hungry, clothe those who are naked, give shelter to those who are homeless, to make sure that we provide support to anybody and everybody in their moments of need. But we must also teach. He says that let everything you do reflect the integrity and the seriousness of your teaching. You know, you and I, we must all live a life that is exemplary of the text. We must have integrity. Integrity is something that it seems as though the world can't find a whole lot of. We've seen what has happened on the political scene. We have so many people who will run for office and ask for your vote and beg for your vote, and some who will even, quote unquote, buy your vote. But we must ask ourselves, do they have the integrity that is needed? We begin to see what's happening on Capitol Hill. We see what's happening in our very own state houses, our local houses, even all the demonstrations that we've seen and all that's happening all over the world. We must have integrity. Integrity is something that lets everybody know that we have some good on the inside of us and it comes out in the outside by the way we treat people. You know, Jesus taught a principle. He tells us to teach the truth. And when we teach the truth, we cannot be criticized. Yes, there are people who will criticize you for being honest of your appraisal of calling evil, evil and calling good, good, because it is exactly measured by God's holy word. But we must make sure that we are not ashamed of the good news of the gospel. The gospel is something that we have to teach to every man, woman, boy, and girl, to let them know that Christ tells us to love. Christ tells us to forgive. Christ tells us to make sure that we move forward. Christ teaches us the importance of living out the truth of the good news of the gospel. That is reconciliation. I hope today, whatever's going on in your life, that you can reconcile your differences within yourself, the tug and pull that you feel. Let's all make sure that we reconcile our relationships with our brothers and our sisters, those who are our foreign and domestic neighbors. We must make sure that God wants us to be good examples of the good work. The good work is that we choose life over death, that we must make sure that we don't use war because it's convenient, because it's politically expedient for us. But let's make sure that we show the goodness of God in our demonstration of our words and our deeds. Today, I want to remind you that God wants us to do the good works of every kind, that everybody can see that there's something has happened on the inside of us and is showing up in our words, our actions, and our deeds. Please know that you're exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and God has a great blessing in store for you. In this year of 2023 may be bigger and better than you ever thought it would be. And take the Lord with you everywhere you go, and we'll look forward to talking to you again on tomorrow.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.